So with the forwarder up and running, there had come a bit of snow to battle. It's getting to the point it's not really funny anymore. We've actually resorted to just going downhill mainly and then taking the road uphill and starting over going downhill now, rather than fight the snow going uphill. Starting to be a little stressed about getting what needs to be done this winter done, but the harvester started nicely at least. Brought out the pipes I had once more to do some measurements. Did the calibration again on the pipes. Took down a test tree and actually got really good values this time. Also gave the harvester head a little bit of grease the last few points that couldn't be accessed earlier. And then it was off to start doing a little bit of work. In the beginning a lot of them I let go of them as they fell down. I've started doing less of that now unless they are really big, and I've had a few big ones. And I've also stopped cutting the end to have it zero out. I just push the tree butt on the type of tree, and when I have the bar it still makes them a tiny bit too long, and I'm gonna keep it like that. So even if I'm a centimeter off, and I have a little bit of an over goal set also, so I should hit the target length all the time. And I have a lot of rotten trees and need to check the ends of all of the cuts and see that they are good. Had one mishap early. The top wheel on the saw bar exploded on me, and I've been using some leftover old saw bars, so maybe that wasn't such a big surprise. And it might have done some damage to the chain, because right after that the chain snapped also. And then came time for a control tree. It was actually 6. It was all set as pulp. I'm not sure if that, because I got some odd measurements sent to the timber tails that it didn't like measure down to the last millimeter on the diameter or length or centimeter for length, but it was quite good readings, so let's keep going after this. It was a bit of a mild weather and quite a bit of snow wanted to pack down in the saw box. Well, it wanted to pack everywhere. One evening we made some shelves for some of the track locks to have them in one place. Some of them we could buy from my father's friend to have some spares. The next morning we have caught this little, I'm not sure what the eremine or something in English, hermelin in Swedish. We've seen tracks from it, so we had bought a trap to catch it alive if it was caught, because they are really good to have around. They are good at keeping mice and such out of the house, so I like to keep him around, so we set him free. And they need fuel. They are thirsty machines. And it's very slow compared to some of the other videos you see on here, but I'm just a happy amateur as long as no one get hurt. Missed bringing this one down, but this took quite a long time to get the guts up to bring it down, because I think it measured in the 65 centimeter range at the cut. I had another big one before that also, but was out of power. But this one I had to kind of follow the harvester head along the track. This one was sick, pretty much all of it, so I tried making a short pulp section to see if it was healthier, but it was still as sick, and it was sick all the way up to the top. Luckily there are a few good ones around, so even if sometimes it feels like it would have been easier to just don't care about lengths or anything like that and just do pulp out of it all. And here I still let go of one. Felt a little bit on the big side, but would probably have been fine to keep holding on to it. But when you tried bringing one of these guys down with a chainsaw and, well, bringing it down is one thing, but getting rid of all the branches, it's amazing seeing it go through a harvester head. Even if that one struggled also here and there, because some of them are not very pretty, but I think they will still go in as low second class timber at least. Sometimes it refuses to cut on the automatic, so you have to make a manual cut. And filled some grease one evening. Also made sure to get rid of some of the snow, because it was mild weather here. It was gonna get colder, so here it was kind of a slushy snow. Cleaned out the rims on all the both the machines, while it was easy to manage. And more fuel. I had my dad chase behind me. He has an easy time keeping up. It's a quite short distance to haul the timber and pulp out of the forest, so. And more fuel. And this morning I found that it's leaking here, and I kind of suspected that since what I installed was O-rings and what was on there was kind of this X-ring seal. Now I didn't get a good video, or can't find it, but so I ended up having to go get the correct seals or the new updated ones. So if you ever work on a 365 harvester head, Valmet 365, and work with the pipes on them, make sure you get the blue seals and not the old O-rings. I have kind of myself to blame a little, because I had gotten some of the parts number from the book, and there it was probably O-rings in the very beginning, but now there should be a kind of blue X-ring seal, so a little bit bad on my part. I should have asked the parts guy. He would probably have gotten the updated seal for it. So fill a little hydraulic oil. And then I had another chain break on me. Took a bit of cleaning to get the saw bar back in place and the new chain fitted. Well, it's still a used chain, but a fresh chain. I've run out of chains now, and this one was rotten at the bottom, but some of them I've found that a little bit up they are good, so it's a little bit of a gamble if you remove a little, because some of them just get worse, and then you leave some pulp material in the forest. But well, I'm happy being out here when things are working. But I am a little stressed about getting what needs to be done this winter. I was hoping to get more done, but with the snow we've gotten lately, I think I'll stick to the high priority, what must be done, and leave the rest for another year and maybe start earlier before the snow. So, and I'm making it easier now with the small timber to putting that on one side and then the big timber and pulp on the other side to have it organized for picking up. It steals a little bit of time, but makes it easier for my dad to pick things up, and he's a great help in this endeavor, so would like to make life easy for him also. So the video and such will not be top priority. Well, it hasn't been, but I do my best, and right now it's a little lower than before, so we'll see what comes out. But this is up to date. The last footage here was recorded this evening, and the rest in the last few days, so it's pretty up to date with what I'm doing, and we'll see how things go and what breaks next. I hope anyone watching enjoys it, and stay safe out there.